President Museveni said that the issue of GMOs and genetically modified of our seeds, livestock, and now I hear GMO mosquitoes touches not only on science but agriculture, ecology, food, and national security, and indeed the sovereignty of our nation. It is therefore of the utmost importance that we proceed with caution and include the necessary safeguard in this law. The President Museveni noted that he had been informed the reason many of his concerns had not been addressed in the revised bill was because of what he termed the narrow interpretation of parliamentary procedure, which limited and number of clauses which could be added. Museveni said, "I think this is unfortunate. Parliament should allow free deliberation and, if necessary, the addition or subtraction of clauses until a harmonized position can be reached among all stakeholders." Museveni emphasizes the need for carefully formulating the country's law in a way that allows scientists to carry out researches and make scientific breakthrough, while at the same time safeguarding the beautiful ecology and diversity that God has bestowed on our country, as well as interest of citizens who continue to depend on the land for their sustenance. So Museveni denied to sign the bill to allow GMO food in Uganda, and these are making furious to the Western countries, and sometimes you can understand why the people are calling Museveni a dictator. When you come and defending African issues, you looks like a dictator, you looks like a bad people. But let us look, does Africa need GMO food? The environment that we have, the continent is all kind of weather. If you go to some areas, you find there's still a virgin land. We have horrible land where we can do our own agriculture. Still, does Africa need GMO food? That's the question we must ask ourselves as Africans. I have done my own research and I discovered that some people who said Africa, we are so hungry, they took a small part of the continent. Maybe they go to the horns of Africa where there is desert there, and they say this is how the Africans are just suffering. But recently we heard Madam President of Tanzania, Excellency Samia Suluhu Hassan, when wondering why South Africa is importing rice from Asian country, why in Tanzania there is a surplus of rice. Just imagine, and someone is coming and telling you that we have shortage of food. Don't accept that lies. The truth is that Africa, we lack good infrastructures. The infrastructures in our mother continent Africa are designed by colonizers to make sure that they bring out the African resources. These infrastructures has been designed to make sure that the African resources are going out, and that's why we need as Africans to find or to build a new one that will connecting our mother country Africa. For instance, if you want to go to Dakar in Senegal from South Africa, first of all you are supposed to go to Dubai or to go to Paris, then you take another flight or connection to Dakar. So you see, you can't go direct. There's no direct flight from Yaoundé, Cameroon to South Africa. There's no direct flight from Kigali, Rwanda to Abuja in Nigeria. So that's why we are talking about, as Africans, we need to build our own infrastructures. These colonial infrastructures that we have are designed as an outlet for African resources. So there are some areas that has a lot of resources, a lot of food, but because of bad infrastructures, those areas with a shortage of food cannot get those stuffs or those food, and it is very easy for Africans to import food from other countries than to import food within the African continent. And these gaps are making the people who know to do business with Africa to make sure that they are making a lot of money. Look, our people, our farmers are suffering to find the market of their products, of their agricultural products. We are suffering to find the market of our food, but still African countries are importing food from outside. You can wonder. That's why you see nowadays the GMO food are coming in, and they are using these gaps to make sure that they can fulfill the shortage of food by using GMO. And if you allow this, it means you are going to make business with you allow business, a Chinese business or European business and other stuffs like that. Why I'm saying so? Because these GMO food need fertilizers. So if you need fertilizer, it means you're going to make money, or to use a lot of money to buy fertilizers. But our African food does not need fertilizers. They only grow through manure. Anyone who are living in this continent will understand what I'm just saying, because I am living in the villages, African villages, and I know how we grow our food, how we grow our crops in our mother Africa. We use always manure instead of fertilizers. So and manure is just free, because these manure are coming from cattle, chickens, birds. So it is very easy for Africans to access this manure because our environment is supportive. So if we transfer to go to GMO, we are supposed to buy fertilizers, we are supposed to maybe to prepare good environment. So it is very costly for the continent of Africa, especially for the farmers. But for the Europeans, it will be easy because they have capitals. They know how to do their stuff, and they will make a lot of money from Africa. And always everyone is hunting Africa or African countries as a market. We see many years Africa has become the market. Africa has become the consumers of Western and Eastern products. So when Africa will say, let us have our own issues, we need to be proud of African way of living.